Hi everyone, my name is Julia and I'm going to be talking about what kind of teaching I want to go into. I want to be an art teacher, so I think as an art teacher I would really be focusing on integrative techniques as well as collaborative techniques. I believe that as an artist it's really important to bring forth visual representation about topics that we don't usually talk about. So that's something I would really want to bring forth in my classroom, is having my students really dive into these topics that they're interested in, that are happening in the world, and really relate it to like the real world and what's happening in it. I think that I would also really want to talk to other teachers that are specializing in other subject matters, such as like math or history or science, and work on personally collaborating on projects with those teachers around connecting science to art or math to art, and creating a curriculum in which my students are able to link these subjects together rather than just seeing art as super separate than science or math or history, but rather kind of creating art as this umbrella in which students are able to explore those connections. I think that also I would want a lot of collaborative work with my students. I would want them to be talking to each other, engaging in conversation, throwing ideas, creating collaborative art pieces, because I think that you really learn from your peers more than sometimes you learn from your teachers. So I think having that peer and student collaboration will really help them to understand deeper diversity within the classroom or understand each other in bigger ways. I would also really interested in the school to prison pipeline, so I would really want to embrace diversity within my classroom and maybe do a lot of projects that are seemingly involved within diversity and kind of bring that forward. I think that another big aspect of being a teacher is being an advocate for your students and being in tune with them and make sure that they're getting their needs met. And I think in order for me to make sure my students are getting their needs met, I need to be someone that's approachable and that students aren't scared to come up to me and ask me for help or questions or different things that are going on maybe in their lives. So I think trying to be as open with my students around certain things would help me connect with them. Kind of humanizing myself, I guess, because I think there's a lot of disconnect between student and teacher, and students see teachers in such a big way that they kind of authoritizing way that they kind of pull back. So I think that if I see my students struggling with something or having a hard time with something, being able to pull them aside and make sure that my student feels comfortable with speaking to me about that would be something that I really want to implement into my classroom. I think that also talking about different diversities within the classroom, such as LGBTQ issues as well as race issues, would be a big thing that I would want to bring forward because it's something that's affecting everyone, especially right now, and I don't see that really changing anytime soon. So that would be something that I would really be wanting to focus on within my classroom, is just having these collaborative discussions and conversations about the world and what's happening in them, and being able to have my students collaborate and helping them make those connections between different subjects and different things that are happening to the world, so that they can come out of my class with a more deeper understanding of their environment and what's happening. I think those would be the two main things I would want to focus on, would be collaboration as well as integration. All right, thank you. Bye.